The U.S. Constitution created a federal system, representative democracy, and system of checks and balances with separation of powers. The Constitution was written with these ideas in mind to give the states powers, allow the people to participate in government, and protect against one branch of government or one person from becoming too powerful. The Constitution created a federal system, or federalism, within the United States. In a federal system, different levels of government have different powers. In this case, the different levels of government are the state and federal governments. Articles 1, 2, and 3 in the Constitution created three different branches of the federal government. Those articles outline the powers of those branches. Article 4 outlines the powers of the individual states. The Constitution gives some powers specifically to the states and some powers specifically to the federal government. Both the state and federal government have certain shared powers as well. The Constitution created this federal system to please supporters of a strong federal government while still recognizing the fears of people who prefer the states having most of the power, as was the case under the Articles of Confederation. The Constitution created a representative democracy. A representative democracy allows the people to vote for people who will govern for them or represent them. Under the Constitution, people vote directly for their representatives in the U.S. House of Representatives. These representatives vote and govern for the people in the district they represent. Originally, the U.S. senators from the states were elected by the state legislatures to represent the states and the people. Today, the people vote directly for their U.S. senators from their states. These senators govern for the people. The President of the United States is also a representative. The President is elected indirectly by the people through the Electoral College. The President acts as a representative of the people. The Constitution created a representative democracy because the members of the House of Representatives, Senate, and the President are elected to represent the people. The Constitution created checks and balances in the federal government. Articles 1, 2, and 3 establish three branches of government. These branches have specific powers, and some of those powers include the ability to check the power of the other branches. This was done to make sure one branch or one person does not have too much power. A presidential veto, congressional override, judicial review, and other processes of the government are ways that the different branches can check each other and balance out the power at the federal level. The Constitution established a separation of power in the United States of America. The Constitution separates power between the three branches of government and between the states and federal government. The first three articles in the Constitution establishes the legislative branch, or Congress, the executive branch, or the presidency, and the judicial branch, which are the courts. Each of these branches have different powers and provide specific roles in the government. These powers include the ability to check the power of the other branches. The Constitution also separates power between the federal government and the states. Again, the states are granted specific powers, and the federal government is granted specific powers. This helps to separate power between different levels of government in the United States.